Hello, hello, it is 10 o'clock. Let me turn this music off. All right. Hello, good morning. Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Alecia Lott, and this is my Sunday video to set up my weekly spread in my bullet journal and get pumped up for the week. Get excited. Yeah. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do in this video, first, I'm going to recap a little bit of what happened in my life and in my journal over the past week, and then I will go into making my new weekly spread. So it will look something like this. I do plan on making a couple of changes, but more or less like this. I try to keep it, keep it consistent as much as I can. So yes, I just want you to settle in, see if you have a beverage nearby. I have my coffee. Ooh, well, I don't tell where I got the coffee cup, but got my coffee here. I got some water. I have the beverage. I won't say trifecta, I'll say the beverage duo for the ADHDers. Let's see here in the chat. All right. Yes. Good morning to you, Corkspa. All right, settle in. I'm gonna just get started here. So yes, last week went well. I hope your last week went well also as well. So yes, I was traveling over last weekend. I went and visited a friend in Northern Ohio. I'm in Southern Ohio, so I had to take a Greyhound bus to get up there, and that was actually not as bad of an experience as I've had in the past. Greyhound stations tend to be a little scary, a little sketchy, but this was okay. And I think my main focus was just trying to make sure that I maintained my routine over that weekend because, yeah, you're at someone's house, like you don't want to be, and I feel as though sometimes I was being a little bit too rigid because I was like, oh, appreciate that, hello. I was being very rigid because I was like, oh, well, I have to write 500 words every day and I need to do this and that. And I have these whole habits and everything. And you can't really do that when you're at someone else's house, obviously. And you can't just kind of enforce your own routine when you're going by someone else's schedule. So I try to be as flexible as possible with that. But I do feel overall that it is important for me as an ADHD to have be a little more strict as far as my morning and evening routines. Although evening routine is it's whatever. But on Tuesday, I don't know what happened. I think I was just kind of settling back into being at home in Cincinnati, and I didn't do a whole lot of anything. So I wrote here, and I'm sorry, I wish I could zoom, but I wrote here, what did I do last on Tuesday? Because I don't know what I did. I didn't do any of my habits, but that's okay. I missed my 500 words on Tuesday, just completely forgot about them. So ever since early June 1st, actually, I have been writing 500 words on my laptop every single day. And I'm very proud that I've been so consistent with that, actually. But yeah, on Tuesday, I think I was just like, oh, and I just completely missed it. So I didn't even remember that I hadn't done it um, until probably the next morning. So and it was like, oh no, the streak is broken, and then I got a sad face. But I'm just trying to kind of forgive myself and just say that over 10 months, I have done very, very well, and I have done it every single day. It wasn't the most coherent writing or the most prolific or profound or whatever. Like, it was just whatever. But the point is that I did it every day. So, yes, all right, Corkspot saying that, week not so good, but that's okay. We're going to set up it's all in the past. It's gone. It's dead to us, right? So yes, we are going to set this up. What else happened last week? Not really. Just getting my video together today. Hello, and then also I did my last video, which was about list making in your journaling process. So definitely check that out when you have a moment. And then also I managed to secure lodging for myself and my mother over the summer. So yes, I'm moving out of my current place at the end of this, or excuse me, the end of next month. And I was like, where am I going to live? I don't know. And we weren't really sure if we wanted to just sign another lease and move into another place. So this summer, we're going to be house sitting in Cleveland. We're going to be watching some cats, doing some cat sitting in Cleveland. So I'm very excited about that. I got that together. Got some other things together. I am working on hosting a series of classes, journaling classes. So I'm very excited, in Cincinnati, but it'll be in the fall. So I just spoke with a local community center about doing that. So feeling good. I was nervous. I'm nervous now, but you got to just push through that sometimes, and just so you can get what you want. So what else happened in my journal? So I had a little, I guess I want to say this is something new that I tried in my journal. And I've mentioned it before on the channel, but it's not something that I really, I'm trying to show you and then not block my face. Sorry. But this is something that I've probably mentioned on the channel, but I don't really practice it very much, which is to go back and look at old journal entries and then say, do I still believe that thing that I wrote? Or is it something that, that I was just angry that day, or I was just acting stupid or whatever. So that's what happened this week. So what had happened was, earlier this week, my mother and I live with my mother, we got into a little, I'll call it a fight. And to prove a point, she mentioned something, she called me out on something that I did probably a month ago, but I had just heard about it this time. I kind of I guess in conversation, I was just saying, oh, on Sunday, we should do spa time, which is, spa time is just, we're at home and we either do our nails, which I need to do today, or we maybe do our like face masks, or just cute kind of self-care, physical care stuff. So yeah, I was just in passing, I was like, oh, Sunday we should do a spa day. And of course the Sunday rolled around and I had forgotten all about it, because I broke the cardinal rule of ADHDers, which is to write everything down. Write all your appointments. Hey, plans, any kind of appointment, especially if it involves other people and other people are depending on you to do it. Write it down as soon as it pops into your brain. And even if you have to just find a scrap of paper and just shove it in a place where you'll see it. So I have my desk and I also have my bed. I put a lot of notes there, so I remember to do things before I go to bed. Anyway, I didn't do any of that. Sunday went by. We didn't do spa day. I didn't hear anything else about it until this moment earlier this week, which is at least 3 weeks later. Hey, you remember that thing we were supposed to do 3 weeks ago? Well, we didn't do it. And I was like, oh, well, so I apologized. I said, you know what? If there's an event, if there's something something that I want to do, I need to write it down. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. And all my friends know this. Like, we have all these Google invites that we go back and forth with. And so we always make sure that we have this thing written down. I think it helps them as well. So it's all good. Didn't do that this time. And so, I apologize. And then I thought about it and I'm like, why didn't you and I were together all day? Why didn't you say something? So, I think I was feeling a little kind of, I'll say butthurt. Like I was feeling a little, just feeling some type of way. Like we were together. You never mentioned anything about this. And now I'm just hearing about it 3 weeks later. And she said, no, well, this was your thing. This was your idea. I'm not going to remind you because that would mean that I'm taking responsibility for that thing. And that, that it's, this was your event. So I guess the phrase taking responsibility, I don't know if I agree with, so I'm still kind of up in the air about that. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. I was just, I guess my point was, yes, a reminder would have been nice, or just mentioning it would have been nice. That's not to say that you have to do it, and it's not to say that you are taking the event over, or that, it would have been nice. We were together all day. So in my journal, I was feeling angry about the fight itself because the fight originally wasn't about that, and also just feeling like, oh, I'm never gonna plan anything ever again. This is ridiculous. Just why didn't you? So I was up in my low feelings, and so I don't know if you can see on this page. I wrote kind of diagonally. I couldn't even write. I was just so like, I don't know how I was feeling, but yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna write like this. And then a couple days later, I was like, you know what, this is crazy. You're being kind of a baby. You're butthurt about the fight, and you weren't thinking clearly when you wrote what you wrote. And yes, the spa time should have been your thing, and you should have written it down. And so it was your fault that none of this happened. So, so I wrote in here, hey, don't not plan events out of spite. Keep planning events, just write them down. How about that? And stick to them. This is for you, not for her. Because, yes, it ultimately, I wanted to have the event and I wanted to do the thing. It's just I forgot. So I will say that if for my ADHDers out there who are watching, just write your shit down, take responsibility for that. And also just make sure that that you are communicating with the other person, if things change. But I will say as well, if you live with someone who has ADHD or someone who has memory issues, maybe just offer them the kindness of reminding them as well. So that's all I'll say. But yes, ultimately, the person who planned the event is up here with the responsibility. So that's what happened. But I'm really cool. I'm glad that I did this in my journal, just to kind of have that dialogue with myself and just remind myself that, hey, sometimes you're not always thinking clearly, or sometimes you're angry about something, and it's okay to go back and rethink what you were thinking. So yes, all right. So that's that. And then, so this morning, before being here with you guys, I spent a good amount of time kind of planning my week. So in past videos, I have showed you different planning questions that I made up for myself, and I want to make a workbook to help you guys. So I'm working on that, with just all my different planning questions and just everything that I do to set myself up for success for the week, which I did not do last week. And that's probably why I forgot a lot of things. But so I just wrote down some of my goals that I want to work on this week. And then I highlighted different things that will help me with those goals. And then also things that I want to start to do tomorrow, in order to at least get the ball rolling and get things moving for the week. So those are things that I worked on. And then for your planning, I've given up on trying to be, I guess, anti sticky note, because I can't help it. I love sticky notes. It's okay. So these are 3 questions that I want you to think about for your planning. You can either think about the questions while we're talking today, or you can write them down. The 3 things I would like you to think about are, I hope you can see okay, are, how can I find more people who believe in what I'm doing? And I'll get to why I asked that in a moment. What would have to happen in order for me to believe in myself? If I don't, maybe you already do. And what do I believe about what I'm doing now? And how has that changed since last year? So those are our 3 questions. And the reason I'm asking those this week is because that's kind of my theme for the week. I think, with some of the success that I've had, maybe not success, some of the milestones, some of the things that I've done this week that were good, that were positive, were because other people helped me, uh, or because other people like said that my ideas were good, and they kind of like, well, yeah, this is great, you should do this thing. So that's, I want to look for the helpers, as, I believe Mr. Rogers said, which is, if you're in the United States, that's like a large figure in a lot of people's childhoods. So look for the helpers and look for the people who are who believe in you, look for the people who want to help you, versus being around people who aren't really sure about your ideas, don't understand your ideas, and on the opposite extreme, who are against your ideas, who want to tear you down. We don't want that. So, yeah, yeah. Luckily, I haven't had any people on that end of the extreme, but yeah, I think most people in my life are kind of in the middle, like I don't know what she's doing. So I want to kind of find more people that are supportive of what I'm doing. So hi, you're here, you're supportive. Hello. Let's see. Who do we have here? Hello, Miss Prophet Mother. Yes, I'm so happy you are all here. I believe I went through everything. So now what I'm gonna do is start on my weekly spread. Oh, I have this little posty here. So yes, I'm really, really trying with my social media, which is something I keep adding to my habit tracker and then not doing. And I think it's just because I'm being vague as to what I'm supposed to be doing. And then when the time comes, it's like, I don't know. So I'm going to work on that and just be a little bit more, uh, I guess, more specific as to what I'm doing, and to have more timelines and deadlines and structure and all of that good stuff. But so I wanted to put here, like, maybe I could do an Instagram live thing and just hold my phone up and walk, because I'm also not getting enough exercise. So I'm like, how can I combine these two things together and just knock them both out at the same time? So then I put this on a sticky note and I was like, yeah, I am living. This is something I say to myself when I'm having a really good idea, or when I'm just feeling my little self, my little brain. I say, I'm living on the surface of the moon. Yeah. So, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to put that there. But this, having journaling prompts as a planning tool has really been helpful for me when I actually sit down to do it, and just being able to say, okay, on Tuesday I'm going to do this. These are the appointments that I have. I need to actually write them down. These are the to-dos that I want to do. To-dos I want to do this before. So I did a lot of writing this morning. So before I did this, I did just a 5-minute brain dump of like, okay, I want to do this, and just any to do or event or anything that I thought of, I wrote it down, and then I went back and highlighted the things that I need to add to my to-do list. So I've been busy, and I hope you're going to be busy too this week. All right, so let's get started. At some point during our time together today, I am going to turn on some really bad lo-fi music, because I realize that I cannot write and draw and talk at the same time. So there's that. So we're going to have just some time just to kind of relax and think about what we would like for our week. And I hope that you are thinking about your intention for this week, and what you would like to accomplish, what you would like to improve, things that you need to take care of this week. Focus. All right, so I need to turn something on over here. I have a little timer to remind myself of the end of the hour, so I don't keep you 90 minutes. And I want to look at that. All right, thank you. And I have my pen here. If you're new to my channel, this is a regular old Pilot gel pen, whatever. It's not anything fancy. I just like it because it usually writes smoothly, although lately I've discovered that sometimes on this paper it does better on my other journal, but on this paper I don't know if it's just smoother and it just doesn't write as well. But that's a recent thing, so it's very strange. And then I also have a couple of markers, and yes, I have a highlighter and I have a permanent marker, so I will be utilizing those. I also have a correction tape because I make a lot of mistakes. I don't like this section of my journal to be particularly messy, so I try to, use the correction tape when I can. I don't use erasable pens anymore. I tried that, and then someone was nice enough to tell me that that is a bad idea because it doesn't stay, or it could fade away over time. So we don't want that. I also have this really cool timer. Although I don't actually, I have a timer on our screen today, but I wanted to show you this. It's, yeah, basically, so you push the button like that. Oop, it should light up. And it has all these different numbers on it. And then, so you long press the button, and then you put the timer so that the number that you want, the time that you want, faces upward. Probably not gonna work now. So let's see. So yes, this is something. This has been a really good journaling tool, because first thing in the morning, I don't want to have a screen in my face. I want to only focus on my journal first thing in the morning, and then just writing out my brain dumping and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna put that down, because I don't know if it beeps at some point. Just know that that's what that is. Okay. Anyway, now we're gonna actually get started our weekly spread. I am going to, even though March is ending tomorrow, I'm going to just continue with the month of March, because I like green. That's really it. Okay. Can you see? Yes, you can see. Can everyone hear me okay? And is there too much background noise? How are we feeling as far as sound? We're okay. Can someone give me a thumbs up, maybe? I don't know. No? Okay, fine. No, it's cool. Anyway, I hope you can hear me all right. I hope you can see me okay. And then I'm going to, so I have our month here. I have this calendar stamp. Got it as a birthday present a little over, no, 2 years ago now. I love it. Hope I have enough ink. Every time. All right. Okay. Here we are. Thank you, Mother. All right. Okay, so, ooh. All right, so since all the numbers didn't come out, that's okay. I'm going to just go ahead and write them in. That does happen on occasion. Mm, just to make me look silly on my live stream, but that's all right. I'm going to just write in my numbers. And there we go. Okay, so yes, this way I have just, oh, let's do the 15th. I'm doing all these days that are already passed, but that's okay. Also, I'm going to fill in the days for April, since I was not really feeling like changing my calendar to be April just yet. Okay, let that dry for a moment, and then I'm going to highlight this week. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and write my intention for the week. And while I write that, I hope you will join me in writing your intention as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn some music on and put a little timer on for 5 minutes. And hopefully by the 5 minutes, I will be done. Usually that's as long as it takes, but we will see. The week. So this is just how I intend to move through the week, what I intend to think about, what I intend to remember. So it's not usually anything specific. I try to keep it a little bit vague, because I want it to be more just kind of like, yes, think about gratitude, or think about loved ones, or, think about your life vision, things like that. So I wanted to kind of reflect that. All right, I'm going to put on our timer here. Let's see. Yes. Oh, look at me. Technology. By the way, I'm trying new streaming software. And so this software is different than what I used for my last live stream. And I'm going to keep trying different ones until I find the one that works the best for me. So this live stream may look different next week. And hopefully I will figure out the timer situation. Okay, there we go. Enjoy some lovely music. Quiet time is over. Let's turn this music on. I will turn it back on probably again in a moment. And there we are. All three of us. I know what I need to do. Boom. How was that for you? Did you have a good little journaling session there? Did you figure out what your intention for the week is going to be? If so, if you feel like sharing, let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, I will share my intention of the week. It is all right. Can you see me okay? Very good. So, I in oof, shaky. All right. I intend to remain open and ready to accept ideas and help from those around me and not be afraid to sorry, and not be afraid to offer help and advice. Nothing happens without belief in yourself and the support of others. And I've been writing a lot of hearts lately. I don't know, I'm just feeling very lovey. So that is my intention of the week. Just all the love, all the happiness, all the support. There we go. And I want to hear what yours were. All right. Let's see. Yes. Oh, thank you, Prophet Mother. All right. All right. Well, I am so happy you have set up your intention, just feeling a little more ready to face the week and think about that as you're going through your day. So, yeah, I want to, just kind of think about how I can support other people, other creators, other my friends, you how can I help you, and I want to just remember when people are offering me support or ideas or advice not to be like, oh, I'm gonna do it all by myself, I don't need you. So I don't want to have that mindset anymore, because that people don't want to help people who don't want help. So let's not be that way. Hey, Brahma Mother. All right, so what is everything I ever dreamed of is already on its way? That's lovely. Abundance is already mine. I'm gonna put this up here if you don't mind, Miss Prophet Mother. I'm just gonna put this on the screen real quick. That's beautiful. Okay, yes, I like it's an intention, it's an affirmation, it's something short as well that you can actually repeat to yourself in the morning. So I like that a lot. All right, I see what you're saying. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. Now, what I'm gonna do is make my habit tracker. And my intention is to actually fill it with more X's this week to signify that I've actually done the things. Um, and I think I'm going to go back to the way that I used to make my habit tracker. This last week's was a little involved. So I've tried this now, because I skipped last week. I didn't do a weekly spread video last week. So this is what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks now. And I kind of don't like it because it's too spread out. It takes up a lot of the page, and it's very I was trying to do something here on the side with the time that it takes to do each task. So in theory, I like that, but am I gonna really do this every week? And I don't like that there's the space in between each task. It just, even though it's about the same amount of tasks that I normally do, it just feels like it's more. You know how little kids, when you chop up their food and then you spread it all around the plate and they're like, yeah, it's more. That's how I felt. So I want to avoid that. It's not to say that I don't want to do all of these things, but yes, when it feels daunting, then it's probably not going to happen. Yes. Oh, so that is, I want to just make it simple. I want to just, put the things and not stress out too much about it. So I'm going to start by writing the days of the week up at the top. For some reason, I do them backwards so that I don't realize my biggest fear, which is to go off the page. I don't know. So I'm gonna do that, and I just Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so now I have all of the days of the week. I'm gonna write a little line under here. Okay, can you see everything all right? Okay, so now in theory, what I would do is I'd have all my tasks over here on this side, and each day I would go through the habit tracker. Usually, I do this at night before I go to bed. I would go through and I would put a little X next to each task if I have done that for that day. That's how it should go. We'll see. All right. So, and forgive me because I'm going to just flip back. I don't have my little cheat sheet today, but I'm just going to write the tasks that I want to do for the week. So I wake up in the morning, I get out my other journal, my big boy, as I like to call him, her, it, and this is just, it's just blank pages, and and it's a lot more space. I feel having more space, it gives me more incentive to fill it up, I guess, and yeah. So I try to set a timer and write for at least 5 minutes, but up to 20 minutes in the morning while my brain is still a little bit foggy from sleep. That's, and then I will review in my intention for the week and also my vision statement. So in the back of my journal, I've written a very long, actually, I don't want to show you just yet, but I've written a very long 2-page vision statement in, it's like, I'm gonna be honest. I used ChatGPT. I had ChatGPT ask me a series of questions about my life vision. It wasn't anything deep that I told it to do, so I don't even know if I have a prompt or anything. It was just like, hey, just I want to work on my life vision. Can you ask me some questions? And I used that as part of my daily writing. I took the questions, copied them, answered them, and then copied all that, put it back in ChatGPT, and then just kind of tweaked it around and played with it, and then it wrote a vision statement that takes up 2 pages, and then I copied it. It was kind of involved, and then I took that and I hand copied it into my journal because I don't have a printer. I need a printer, and so that's what I did here. I don't want to show you the whole thing, but I will show you. Where is it? Yes. Sorry. But yeah, this is just 2 pages, and it's just talking about where I would like to live, what I would like to be doing for my career, how I would like my days to be structured, things like that. So yes, every morning I just want to kind of take a glance at it. I don't want it to. I'm definitely not going to read it aloud. It's 2 pages, but yeah, just kind of look at it. Yes. I think I might. Let me know in the comments. Would you like me to do a video about that? Even though if you know how to use ChatGPT, I swear it wasn't that deep, but I think just to have you see it would be good for some people. So let me know in the comments. So that is something I'll do, and then I also do a little bit of planning. Imagine that in the morning. So I just go and I look at what things I have in my schedule, what I would like to, just what I plan on doing that day. And if I'm feeling really focused and motivated, I'll time block a little bit. Thank you. So I will. Yes. So I will make a video about ChatGPT. I don't know, that's my boyfriend, so I'm gonna make a video about him. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and plan in the morning. Just say, hey, what's going on that day? And then what else am I going to do? I'm going to write my 500 words. 500 words could be anything. It could be talking to ChatGPT and then copy and pasting. It could be that. I do subtract the whatever words ChatGPT wrote. I'm not cheating, okay? And then, or it could just be kind of almost a journal entry of what I have going on, or it could be an article that I'm writing, or just whatever, as long as it's 500 words. And then I'm gonna put social media again. And if you use Instagram, if you would do me the kindness here, all right, chat. I'm going to go ahead, Miss Prophet Mother, look in the chat. That is an awesome affirmation intention. I'm going to take this and I want to put, I'm going to put my Instagram handle, which surprisingly is the same as my YouTube. And feel free, if you are so inclined, to follow me, say hi, slide me a DM. That will give me motivation to post something there as well. If I see other people are kind of watching right now, it's mostly just cat videos and yeah, just my old friends from old coworkers from jobs or whatever that I don't even talk to anymore. So yeah. All right. So I'll put I'm writing social media. I'm just gonna put post. So, but I don't want to do that every day. Okay. I'm gonna put say hi to someone on social media. Now that, see, I feel like, what do you think? I feel like that would cover a lot of ground, because I could say hi to one person or say hi to all my followers and actually post something. Hmm. Okay. Say hi on social media. Whew. Ooh, I hate it. Ooh, I hate it. Like, as I'm writing it, it's like, ah. And I don't even have no space. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay. Next. Walk. See, that's why I wanted to combine these two tasks together, because it's springtime. I'm running out of excuses to exercise. In the wintertime, it's like, no, I don't want to be outside. So now it's like, I what am I going to say now? It's beautiful outside. Yeah. So next, I'm going to write. Okay. And then next, I do a PM journaling session of just kind of looking over my to-dos for the following day. And if I need to add any to-do, I try to add to-dos the day before. So that way the day of, I'm not just like, oh, by the way, I need to do this and this and this and this. No, I just want to have 3 to-dos that I set up the night before. And then read. I've been reading in fits and starts. So I don't know if it's practical for me to even say like a daily thing, but I still try. And then bed by 9:30. Do you actually get a consistent sleep schedule? What do you? Tell me what that's like, because I want to be that person and I just can't. But I want to be. So I'm really working on that. So sometimes I put things here, not because they actually will get done, but kind of like optimism. Like, I'm just saying, yes, it's just feeling good in that moment. Like, yeah, you can do this. So, all right. See what I was saying about these pens? And I don't know why, because this paper, like, I don't know. But sometimes the pen just kind of catches up. If someone, this looks so janky. Okay. See, and then I have a whole thing of these pens. So, and then I try a different pen, and it's still, that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Here, I'm going to take this book I did. Hi, I'm Alicia. Yes. Okay. So this is my habit tracker. These are the things that I would very much, in a perfect world, like to do in 100% of each day. And now I'm going to leave some space at the bottom, because I am going to put our quote of the week at the bottom of this page. Woo-woo. I'm running out of time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there. So on this side, I'm going to put what is next week. Okay, so April 6th through 14th. Is that right? No, that's not right. 12. My gosh. Okay. And then I'm going to put April 13th through that would be the 19th. So these two spaces are, ooh, getting warm. These two spaces are for planning the next 2 weeks. And I like these two spaces to be a little bit larger. One moment, I'm going to close this window. Okay, there we go. So I like these two spaces to be a little bit larger because sometimes I write notes in here. It is meant to be a place where I put appointments and events, and so I write everything out, and it's kind of a list. But also sometimes I just have a specific to do or a random thing that I want to do the following week. So I will go ahead and write that there. And our quote of the week is, I wrote it down. Okay. It is, sometimes you have to believe in someone else's belief in you until your own belief, I hope you can see this, kicks in. I need to erase this. Kicks in. And that is by the wonderful Les Brown, a motivational speaker I like to listen to on Spotify sometimes. He's kind of like my motivational dad. I don't know. So yeah, I used to take really long walks and just listen to him, and yeah, I wouldn't bother with music or anything. So yes, all right. Let me go ahead and show you these. Oh, I want to put it in the chat as well. Let's go ahead and do that. But yes, so the quote is, sometimes you have to believe in someone else's belief in you until your own belief kicks in. Hey, Jennifer. All right. Why is it not letting me copy? Thank you, Google Docs, for not letting me do that. Oh, fine. Okay. You know what? All right. So, yes, our quote of the week is, can you see it? Okay. Wait. All right. Sometimes you have to believe in yourself until someone, oh wait, no, you have to believe in someone else's belief in you until your own belief kicks in. Isn't that lovely? That's lovely. Yes. So yeah, I do believe that sometimes other people see things in you that you don't see in yourself quite yet, and it doesn't hurt to, if you think it's a good thing, if it's something that you want to follow. Sometimes people believe things that you're like, no, I would never do that. Why would you think I would do that? So you don't listen to them. But if you think there is something that you have in your soul and someone brings it out in you, or someone expresses a belief in that, then why not just go in that direction? So that is what I like about that quote. Okay, moving on. Yes. All right, so now in this space, on this page, I am going to make 7 hopefully equal spaces so that we can have our days of week. I'm going to put the music back on because I don't have really much to say about this, and also, again, I cannot talk and write at the same time. There you go. So I will be back with you as soon as I'm done with this. Hopefully it'll only take a moment. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Prophet Mother, because I cannot type, and these nails do not help either. But that is her quote. Yes, look at that. All right, so let me turn this back off. Okay, so I hope that was refreshing for you. You got a little time to, if you're playing along with me. Yes, but what was I going to say? Yes. All right. So these are my days of the week. This is kind of my little command center as to what I'm doing this week. So this is more kind of, I guess it all is. But this side, this is listing out my appointments and also my to dos. Sundays, I put a big heart kind of to remind myself, hey, you shouldn't do anything today, or you shouldn't have any real plans, because this is supposed to be self care and rest and napping and mimosas and croissant, things like that, right? So I try to leave to dos off of Sunday. Today, I will do a little self care. It's not going to be an official self care day. It's not planned with anyone else, but I do need to do my nails. As you can see, it's so weird when I do videos and then you see the same nail polish color. That bothers me. When I see the same nail polish color in 3 videos in a row, I can't deal with it. Clothes. This shirt, this is one of my favorite shirts. You've probably seen this in like 10 videos if you watch my channel. I don't care. Nails, though, no. So I will do my nails, and I'm gonna these on this side. I will write my to-dos. I will come back to all of the writing I did this morning, and that will inform what I put in my to-dos here. And then for appointments, I will put those on this side. So here, I'll go ahead as an example. I'll put ooh, sirens. I don't know. Can you hear that? So I do tutoring. So that's one appointment I could remember off the top of my head. In the morning is, or excuse me, in the evening, I do tutoring in the afternoons on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I go through, or so I have my own tutor that I speak with on Thursdays. I could write that there. Hello, Miguel, if you're watching. And then yeah, that's it. That's my week. And I hope this is helpful to you. Yes. All right. But yes, I just hope that you have a wonderful week. And here I want to move this guy so you could see him. Actually, I'm gonna do like this. Wait. Oh, so this is my weekly spread. I was laughing because this is my remote for my fan, and I'm going to be turning that back on in a moment because I'm hot. And this is my weekly spread. This is what keeps me somewhat organized throughout the week. Nothing is perfect, but as long as there is an effort there, and as long as you keep tweaking and making adjustments and making this work for you, that is the main thing. So don't, if you're trying bullet journaling for the first time, don't get discouraged if things don't work out for you right away. Keep going. As you've seen, I've been doing this for years and it's still not perfect. So that's okay though. It's gotten better over time. So yes, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Jennifer, thank you very much for joining me today. I see Jennifer has left a comment here or a question here. Have I done any videos on planning to keep focused on yourself and stick to your own plans when you are around people? That is, I get distracted by people, yet I work with a lot of people. Woo! That is a thing. Yes. Yes. At the beginning, I mentioned that I was visiting some friends over the weekend, and it is easy to kind of get pulled in by their schedule and what they had planned for your activities. So yes, I fully relate to that. I would say that the best thing to do is to carve. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but I would say the best thing to do is to, hey, Prophet Mother, thank you so much. When I was talking about helpers, Prophet Mother has helped out a lot today, so I love it. Always look for the helpers and thank your helpers when they are there. Thank you very much, and I give you all a hug, but especially Prophet Mother. There you go. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your walk before it rains. And I'm right there with you, friend. So yes, as far as staying focused, if I can, I would say that it's important to, yeah, just make sure that you are carving out a little bit of time for yourself every day to ground yourself to get back on track, because yeah, if you're constantly surrounded by people and they're all talking to you, and then you're like, it's so easy to just kind of get distracted by those shiny objects, and if someone has a cool idea, you want to follow that idea right away. So you need to have just time to yourself to say, what the hell is it that I want to do? What do I need to prioritize for myself? And that is what will be helpful for you. So yes, it's important. If you have to find time in the morning, if you have to hide in the bathroom, if you have to, I don't know, go out to the mailbox and just sit there for 20 minutes, you then go ahead and do that. But yeah, I think that is what will help the most, is just making sure you have that time just quiet to yourself. Yes. So I wish that for all of you. And I just thank you all so much for joining me. Hey, what? How is it? I actually did this in an hour. I can't believe that's what. So I hope this was helpful for you. And I thank you all so much for joining. My next video is going to be Thursday or maybe Friday, it's going to be about low tech devices or apps or whatever that I low tech apps, low tech things that I use to avoid distractions and avoid uh, yeah, just avoid distractions and maintain the focus. For people with ADHD, I struggle so much to stay off of my computer or off of my phone. And so there are different ways that I try to navigate that. Yes. See, Jennifer, take your planner with you at lunchtime. Lunchtime is perfect. You know, if you need to get in your car and go somewhere else or just sit in your car, just find that quiet time alone so you can kind of like let things settle in your brain and then be able to write it down. And then if you have to just dump it out and then organize it later, that's the best thing. So yes, I hope that helps. But yeah, next video. Wait, Thursday or Friday? If it's Friday, don't judge me, okay? And yes, I will be talking about different devices and tools that I use in order to kind of keep things flowing. It's a team effort, as you can see. It's there are a lot of moving parts and moving pieces in my life to help me kind of stay on track. And then I'll be back this time next Sunday for my next live stream. It may look different. I hope you will join me. And I just, if you have anything that you would like to share with me, or that you would like me to cover in the next live stream, definitely let me know. You can email me, or you can send me an Instagram DM, because I'm gonna be on Instagram this week. Um, and I hope, I just love you guys to death. I'm so happy you're here. And if you feel so inclined, there are some links in the description box if you would like to donate, if you would like to follow some different things that I use for my journaling. Check it out. All right. I wish you a wonderful week, and I hope that you are able to follow your intention and your goals and your plans for this week. And I send all the good vibes out to you. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Bye, Cork Spa. Bye, Jennifer. Prophet Mother was awesome. Wait, is Crochet Dad? Is he still here? I don't know. I'll say bye to him. If he's not here, it's okay. Bye, y'all.